Okay, we are here for video lab number 5, and so we're going to meet today's team. What's your name?
David, Tanya, Erica.
Okay, and who from the audience can tell us what the lab is all about? What are we trying to find out today? What's the purpose of the lab? Yes?
Metric measurement?
Yes, we want to do some measuring in the metric system. There are two things that we want to measure today. What's one of the two things that we're going to measure today?
A wood block?
A wood block. And what's the other thing that we're going to measure today? Water. So we want to measure a solid and a liquid, okay? Now, Tanya, you have the wood block. If you could hold it up so everybody can see it. Okay? Now, there are three things that we're going to measure about that wood block, three dimensions that we're interested in. What's one of the three dimensions? Width. What's another dimension?
Height.
And the third dimension?
Length.
Okay. And what metric unit are we going to measure the wood block in?
Centimeters?
Centimeters. So, before we begin, Tanya, I want you to take one of your hands and pick a finger on one of your hands. Pick your favorite finger. Okay, now, with that finger, I want you to take it on the wood block, and by moving it on the wood block, show us what is the height of the wood block. What part of the wood block is the height? So just move your finger on the wood block to show us that. Okay? Right, so its thickness is the height. And how about the length? Move your finger along the length of the wood block. Okay, and how about the width? Very good. Now, if you would take the ruler and give us the height in centimeters.
1.9.
Okay, and then measure the length.
16.0.
And then measure the width.
3.3.
Very good. Okay, so she has measured it now in centimeters. Now, if Tanya wanted to change the centimeters into millimeters, mathematically, what does she have to do? Very good. Now we come to the first of the Doug questions. He said multiply it by 10. Why are we using the number 10? What is the relationship between centimeters and millimeters that has us use the number 10?
Is 10 centimeters and 10 millimeters in centimeters?
Very good. See how easy that was? We were pulling teeth last period. Let's say we wanted to change the centimeters into meters. Now what do you have to do?
Divided by 100?
Divided by 100. Why are we using the number 100? What's the relationship there?
Because there's 100 centimeters in a meter.
Yes, 100 centimeters in a meter. If I wanted to change it into kilometers, what would I now have to do?
Divided by 1,000?
Divide what by 1,000?
The meters?
The meters, not the centimeters now, the meters. And why are we using 1,000 as our number?
Because there's 1,000 meters in kilometers?
Yes, very good. Okay, you're doing fine. Okay. Tanya, if you could pass your wood block over to Erica. She's got a scale over there, and it's a metric scale. And what unit is the metric scale going to measure? What unit?
Grams.
Grams. Okay, so Erica, if you could put it onto the scale and weigh it out for us. And while you're doing that, we'll kind of just visit with some of the people out here, see how they're doing in the audience. Pretty bright looking for 8th period, right? Nobody looks like they're asleep. And do we have an answer, Erica?
Yes.
And could you tell us the answer, Erica?
54.0.
54.0 grams, very good. If we wanted to change the grams into milligrams, how would we do it? Grams into milligrams.
Multiply by 1,000.
Yes, and why are we using the number 1,000? What's that relationship?
Because there's 1,000 grams in a milligram, or 1,000 milligrams in a gram?
Yes, okay. If we wanted to change it into kilograms, what do we have to do?
Divide by 1,000.
Say it loud.
Divide by 1,000.
And why are we using the number 1,000? What's the relationship there?
Because there's 1,000 kilograms, or grams and kilograms?
Yes, okay. All right, now we're up to the liquid part. David, you've got a piece of equipment there. If you could hold that up high so everybody can see it. What do we call that piece of equipment that David is holding up? What's he got in front of him?
Cylinder.
What type of a cylinder? It's got a name. Not Charlie or Steve. What's its name? Yes.
Grab
Graduated cylinder?
Say it loud.
A graduated cylinder?
Yes, a graduated cylinder. And what metric unit does it measure volume in? That particular cylinder, when you have liquid in it, it's what?
Sorry. Liters?
No, liters are much too big.
Milliliters?
Milliliters, okay? So, David, what we want you to do right now is to get up and go over to that sink and put any amount of liquid that you want into it, and we'll follow you over there to see your technique and how you put water in. Some kids have an interesting technique. Okay, it looks like you got a little bit too much water there. Come back when you're ready. Now, David is putting liquid into a glass tube. When liquids are in a tube, they act kind of funny. What happens to liquids when you put them in a tube?
They make a U?
Yes, and they make a me?
A U.
Yes, a me. The letter U, okay? And what do we call that letter U? It has a name.
The meniscus?
You're almost there.
Meniscus?
The meniscus, okay? And what part of the meniscus do you read? Okay, David, are you coming back to us? He's hijacked over there. Okay, so he's going to be reading the lowest part. Now, David, I need you to lift that up at eye level. I'm going to try to zoom in to see if we can actually see the meniscus here. Where is the water now, David? Oh, I see it, okay. All right, now, at eye level, can you tell us how much liquid is in there?
7.8.
7.8, okay, and that is in milliliters. If David wanted to change it into liters, mathematically, what does he have to do to make liters from milliliters?
Divided by 1,000.
Yes, and the last of the questions, why are we using the number 1,000 in this particular case?
There are 1,000 milliliters in liters?
Yes, okay,
Milliliter?
did fine. The other class didn't do so fine. Now, I want to put us over the top. Do we have a talent that we haven't seen from you guys yet that will make you cooler than the other classes? Do you have a talent for us? What is your talent, sir?
I can make my whole body vibrate this time.
Allison looks a little nervous about this. Okay. Why don't you come out over here?
We got to see this one, Terrell.
Okay, Terrell, move back. You're too close because we don't want to get too close or you might just destroy the camera. Okay, go for it, Terrell.
Nice.
Did you feel the power? Yes, I felt it. Okay. All right. Anybody else have a talent? Danny? What are you going to do for us?
I could do this.
Okay, well, you had to back up. We don't know exactly what you did there. Go ahead. And what, do you have a name for that?
The steward.
The steward. So is that a dance step that we'll be seeing at the next dance?
Maybe.
Okay. Does Britney Spears do that?
I don't get it.
Guess not. Who else has got a talent for us? Anybody else? Think. One more would probably put us way over the top. Going once. Going twice. David, they all seem to be looking at you.
You have a talent. I can make my hair like change shape.
Your hair?
Yep.
All right, just a second. Don't do it yet. We got to put the camera in on you. Okay. Make it change shape.
Wait. There you go. Wait. No.
All sorts of things are jumping out of your head right now. I think they're giving up, Dave.
That's the best I can do right now.
And did it change shape?
Yeah, it's a little.
It's not really showing up on the camera really well. We'll have to see when we actually look at it whether or not we can tell that it changed.
Yeah, it's sideways.
So it's different now. Well, nobody's ever made their head change shape for us before, so we'll see how it looks. What can you do? You're gonna make,
I'm beatboxing.
You gonna what?
Beatboxing.
B-boxer? What's a B-boxer? Is that better than a C-boxer?
No, it's like.
That has to do with shorts that you're
No,
wearing,
it's
is it?
music. But it's-
B-boxer.
But it's like the instrumental.
Okay, so you're gonna stay there to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna zoom on your face. Is this how it happens?
No. You can
What are we
say-
doing? What are we looking at?
You don't look at nothing.
You're gonna say something.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Word, music is coming out of your mouth?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Go ahead.
All right. All right.
Was that it?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I don't know what a B-box is. So go ahead. That's it. Is that B-boxing?
No, you're making me
I
laugh.
don't know what a B-box is. Oh, I got something we can do this with. It'll make it even better. Let's see if I... Oh, yeah, I got the right. Okay. Now, when you do this, I want you to move your head to the sides, left and right. Okay?
Why?
Because it'll make it better. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
All right.
Go for it. Okay, that did good. That, you'll see when we look at it. Okay. Do we have another person who has?
Look at
Turn
from
your
the
side,
side.
David.
Can't see.
And okay, we're running it. We're in it now. Okay, so now looking forward now, David. Okay, put your head down. Okay, looks like the Hair Club for Men commercial. Okay. Anybody else? Final call. Going once? Going twice? You want to do an Undertaker thing for us? You want to take a kid, just throw him on the floor? No. Okay, this ends Video Lab number 5.